Here's how you know my show in Hamburg didn't go well. The majority of the footage will be from the miniature museum there and not from the show. To catch you up, this is the story of my first ever comedy tour where things kept going wrong, and Hamburg was no exception. I was really looking forward to this show because I had performed in Hamburg the year before at the Burning Mike Festival, and it was one of the funnest shows I had ever done. And also because my wife and I decided to use the show as an excuse for
Actually, pretty nice little Saturday. We're gonna go to Home Depot.
But Hamburg, not Home Depot. I was working with one of the awesome Burning Mike producers for the show, and on Thursday night, he reached out to say tickets weren't selling and to ask if he could give some away to fill the room. So I woke up the morning of the show anxious about the turnout, but we had a pretty nice little Saturday planned, so I tried to just enjoy it. We arrived in Hamburg and went to a fancy coffee house by the water for a delicious breakfast. I'm an adult-sized child, so I had received a gift certificate to visit the miniature museum for a second time so that I could explore the new wing of the museum. After breakfast, we walked through the sunny city and then visited the Arctic, did a quick trip to Patagonia, and when we got to the Bering Sea, I said loudly so everybody could hear that I had fished there before. I don't want to turn this into an advert, but honestly, Miniature Wonderland is so much better than my comedy. It is freaking awesome. Although you do have to get ready to battle some children for a prime spot to watch the airplanes take off. After our miniature world travels, we grabbed dinner at a diner that was appropriating my country's culture, but they did get one thing right. I felt sick afterwards. I showed up to the venue, and all of a sudden, everything felt like it was happening super fast. I needed to set up my camera, charge my phone, look at my notes, and the show was already starting. In the end, my co-producer and wonderful host had managed to fill up the room, which was a huge relief. But they were a classically cold German audience, and even with a host and a well-picked opener, it was still a bit of a struggle on stage. I could never quite seem to get the whole room to laugh at once. I would get pockets of laughter here or there, but I had never achieved waves that I could start to ride. I felt like each joke I was starting from scratch, earning their trust all over again. They were just a tough audience, but I felt good about the performance. I stayed calm, connected with what was happening in the room, and delivered the show. But the thing that really went wrong happened after the show had ended. I had a couple of hours to kill before my midnight bus home, so I sat at the bar and had a couple of beers to pass the time. I stupidly left my very expensive Bose headphones sitting on the bar, and in the blink of an eye, stolen. Now, this hurts any time, but what was worse was my tour's budget was hanging by a thread. The morning of the show, it looked like it was going to end in a loss, but with a last-minute push of sales, we had managed to break even. A success and huge relief for my budget. And now, the headphone thief had thrown that into a massive loss. Anyway, like and follow for the next stop on the tour, Prague, where shit really hits the fan. Like, literally.